Hi everybody and welcome to this qualifying round guide video for Expert Division in the Rewind tournament here on the channel. Please give me a thumb up if you can, it would help me out a lot, and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Due to work commitments this week, I've only got time for the qualifying round, but if you're playing Pro Division as well, there is a qualifying round guide for those wind directions as well, which may be of interest. Full expert guide videos will be back for next week's 9-hole cup. Plenty of drops here, let's get started with hole number 1. Going to show you an aggressive option on this par 4. You will need a decent wind strength. Anything below 10.2 or 10.4, you risk not rolling out of the rough. So if you've got a very low wind, either go with more topspin if you can, or then I would switch to a wind 0 ball. It's 5.9 topspin, 2 right spin, stretching out as I did there. You can look at the ring references with the trees, with APOC 5 and 6 here at P5 max rest. But if not, then just stretch out and look where my blue arrows were. Max plus 10 P5. It's a little difficult to push up to max here with the trees in the way, so line up as best you can. Push right up to max, full overpower, full shaky needle, half a ball of right curl. Like I said though, if you have low wind, consider going with either more topspin if you've got it available, or switching to a wind 0 ball. You'll either be getting a wedge or a putt for the eagle. On this par 3, we're going to play with the Grizzly and a Kingmaker. Try and keep the wind below 8 if you can. And we're adding only side spin, so 3 bars side spin to the left, setting up at the top of the plus 3 yard position with the Grizzly level 9. That is top of plus 6 with Grizzly 8. And you can see there the tip of the ball guide is pointing at the corner of that green square shown. Pause the video, have a look, try and replicate that setup as best you can, because there's obviously no ring references to use when we're aiming in the middle of this piece of fairway. Max plus 20, power 3 settings. Here I'm using Grizzly 9 numbers, and I'm also pulling twice over the bullseye, so it's important you replicate that method as well in order to maintain as good possible results, or as high accuracy or rather drop rate as you can. You may need wind angle tweaks of course on par 3s, so bear that in mind, but this is a good drop to use as a reference in the middle wind angle. Bounces nicely over the rough and falls right at the pin for the hole-in-one. On this par 5, we're going to drive with the quarterback, playing a 1-to-1 adjustment. White ring touching the rough on the right at the top of the plus 2 yard mark with QB 9 and 10. Then we're adding spin. We are going to go with 1.5 top spin. In fact, I upped that slightly to 1.8. So 1.8 top spin, and it's 3 bars side spin to the left. Here, try and adjust your rings as accurately as you can. The trees may be in the way, so find a good camera angle. 1-to-1 adjustment, so 8.4 in wind. I'm going 8.4 rings. If anything, favour 11.59 rather than 12.01. And we're going without a wall curl to the left. A perfect ball away, and this is going to bounce very nicely and will give you a very nice, consistent drive yardage down the middle of the fairway, and pulls up nicely there in the middle of around 310 yards. Second shot, blue fringe check. So bring the target up to have the ball guide through the hole and look at where the blue ring meets the fringe. That gave me plus 7, which is going to be my distance check. And I'm going to add 4 bars of topspin and setting up here with the ball guide short of pin. This will need a little tweak to the aim point based on the miss here. Plus 7 with Sniper 10 is plus 9 with Sniper 9. We're going to play 58% slider minus 5% elevation. The reason I'm saying tweak the aim rather than the adjustment is that I'm quite happy with the adjusting value here. I think the slider percentage is working nicely, but we are just going to miss this to one side. So have a look at the initial aim point in my video here as a reference, and then just tweak it to the side based on the miss that you're about to see in the video. Very good chance at the drop with a small tweak to the aim point. Perfect ball away. Catches the rough nicely. You could even correct the miss with pull angle. It's up to you. As you can see, we just park up on the right-hand side. And now on to a par 3. We are going to set up spin with a basic ball, 5 backspin, and then find a position here with the funnel where the ball guide doesn't move a lot. Red ring touching the rough. Ball guide there you'll see is going to the pin. Make sure you find the right spot. There are a few mini funnels, so don't find the wrong one. Then we switch to a kingmaker, and we are going to apply a respin here. And in the end, I'm going 4.8 backspin and 1 right spin. So important to set up with the basic ball and then respin after that once you've found your aim point. Max plus 15, power 3 settings, again using sniper 10 numbers. Might need a tweak or two for higher wind and or any wind angle changes. You can see they're just over 9 rings, my adjustment here with this 7.8 mile per hour wind. Centre the ball, might need a click or two of curl or overpower if you want to build in some wind angle tweaks, that's up to you. But we bounce very nicely over. Second bounce on the fringe, and this trickles down with that little funnel in for the hole in 1. Now here, going with a berserker, it's crosswind angle on this par 4. This is an aggressive shot for APOC 5+. Find the position at P5 max with the inner yellow ring or the green ring touching the rough, and then we're going to add spin. Now you can see here I'm using 1.5 bars side spin to the left. In other wind angles here, if you get more headwind, then you will need to maybe back up a little bit or add a couple of clicks of topspin. This will need tweaking because it's an aggressive shot, but it'll give you a framework to work from, especially if you want to try and pursue the hole in 1. Max plus 15, power 5. As you can see, I'm adjusting into overpower there, but I'm going full overpower regardless of what I adjust into. I would tweak topspin or backspin. If you have more tailwind angle, maybe have a couple of clicks of backspin. More headwind, try a bit more topspin as a guide, but always tweak yourself. Very close to the hole in 1 and definitely tweakable there if you want to pursue the drop. If you're enjoying the free content here and want to make a small donation to help support the channel, you can do so in one of 3 ways. You can click the thanks button below the video, you can use the PayPal link in the video description down below, or you can become a channel member as well. All donations and support greatly appreciated. Here we have cross tailwind on this par 5, and we're going to set up at the top a plus 10 with APOC 5 and above, and that's going to be with APOC 4 P3 max. 4 top spin, 3 bars side spin to the left. APOC 5 and 6 will have the red ring touching the rough. In the end, I decide to go a little bit more with the top spin, so I would recommend you do, as I do in the video here, go with 4.5 top spin instead. You got a couple of references though, because I've added 4 top spin first. You can look at the second bounce or work out your ring references with different level of APOC. So topper plus 10 with APOC 5 and above. Max plus 10 for me is 6.6 rings. Then I'm going with 3/4 ball curl to the left, just at the point you can see there where the circle is about to drop for overpower. Perfect ball, nice and simple down the fairway here. Minor great left, minor great right, still going to be fine. Drive distance around 355 yards. For our second shot, we're going to use landing position plus yards, but first we need to add spin. 1 bar of top spin, 3 bars side spin to the right in the example here. Might need a tweak if you have a slightly different outcome on your drive, but this is a good thing to work from. Blue ring touching the rough, and you can see the ball guide is pointing at the pin, but is aimed a little bit short and also tailing off very slightly to the right hand side of the pin. So pause the video, get a screenshot or 2 if you want to be detailed on this setup. There is a nice route down to the pin here for a plus 7 landing position with sniper 10. That's 87% slider, 0 elevation. That would correlate to plus 9 if you're using the sniper level 9. I'm using sniper 10 numbers throughout here. Perfect ball away, bounces nicely before the rough, not threatening the rough at all, and not threatening the rough or the sand on the other side. And we're just sneaking this one in left-hand side for the drop. Here's an aggressive shot here for this par 4 for those that want to have a go for it. But bear in mind, there is a small risk you could get a glitchy roll and end up in the rough, especially with great balls either side. 5.8 top spin, 1 left spin with a berserker, APOC 5. You're going to set up at P5 max, and the ball guide you can see is pointing just inside that first piece of rough that juts out onto the fairway. Adjust max plus 10, P5, making our adjustment here. And then here I'm going to do a push-up. We're at plus 3, and you can see I'm going to push up a total of 14 yards. If you've got APOC 4, you'd need to push up a total of 21 yards. Half a ball of curl to the left, slightly slower needle, so it does increase your chances of hitting perfect, especially with APOC 5 and above. Bounces on the fairway nicely. You can see this is a very narrow line, and you want to get a good roll out down the fairway. Drive distance of around 455 yards. We're going to play Endbringer School here, so find your max distance of club and estimate your slider. We've got a tutorial on this method. If you don't know how to use it, then check out the channel homepage, Endbringer Quickfire Method. Then here, I want to aim at the pin. Don't get into any glitchy spots. This is about fine, but you can see the ball guide is short, so I'm actually going to go with some top spin, and you'll need to vary the top spin in order to get the ball guide to the cup. For me, this is going to be around 1.7, 1.8 top spin. You can see I'm just tweaking it slightly. Get the ball guide to the hole, find a consistent point on the slope, then you make your adjustment. So you're using the no spin method, but you want to compensate with top spin to have the ball guide to the hole. Adjust as accurately as you can. From what I remember, this one was played, I believe, around the region of 72 or 74% slider, but always check the distance yourself, depending where you are after your drive. Perfect ball away is going to have a very good chance for the drop for those that want to go aggressive. On this par 3, we came close here, just need to slightly tweak the aim with the ball guide. With a quarterback, 4 back spin, 1 left spin, try and keep the wind below 8. And you want to set up here with the first bounce in the middle of that kind of muddy patch there. In a green ring, just going out onto the rough. And look at where I'm aiming the ball guide here, because this will need a bit of a tweak. Unfortunately, the tree is in the way, so pushing rings is never ideal, but it is the best way on this hole, otherwise you won't really see to do a standard pull adjustment. 1-to-1 is what I go with here. I like the adjustment, just need to tweak the aim. You could modify the side spin amount, or you could just move the aim left or right, depending on the miss. This is a perfect ball low, and this is what I would consider the middle wind angle. Aiming low because the tailwind will push us high, so make sure you get a decent pull. Just need to aim a little bit more to the right. Finally, hole number 9 here, the par 5. We're adding spin first, 5.8 top spin. And then in the end, I settle on 2 bars side spin to the left. Aiming there, you can see with the ball guide about a quarter of the way along the fairway from left to right, plus 10 yards with APOC 5 and above, P3 max with APOC 4. Max plus 10 for me is going to be 6.1. Rings with my club level, making our adjustment, and then we're going to take our shot. No need for any overpower here with this nice tailwind angle, just a plain ball, perfect shot, no curl. Is going to bounce very comfortably on the fairway, and the top spin and left spin will take us up towards the top left corner where this shadow is. Drive distance, you want something in the region of 375 to 380 yards. For the approach, we're going to find the mini funnel here and then add spin so that your ball guide is as I do in the video. Here it's going to be maybe a click of backspin, maybe a click of topspin, depends where you are with your drive, but you're definitely going to need about 1 to 1.5 bars of left spin. You can see I've got a click of backspin on there as well, but you want to offset the ball guide to the left edge of the cup because the wind is going to give you a little bit of a push to the right due to the wind angle that we've got. +2 landing position with Sniper 10. You've got the red ring touching the rough there as an additional reference. That would be +4 with Sniper 9, and I'm playing this one 75% slider, 0 elevation. So 75% slider, 0 elevation, 2.5% per yard difference on your landing point, using Sniper 10 numbers. No curl, just hit perfect here, and you want to catch that mini funnel. Bounces nicely into the rough, takes the slope onto the green, and the offset works like a charm, and we drop it there for the albatross. Thank you for watching this video on the Rewind tournament here on the channel. For more Golf Clash content, whether that be discussions, free guides, and other shot sharing posts and content, please check us out on Facebook. Go and search for BK Golf Clash and join our free Facebook group. Looking forward to seeing you all over there. Good luck, everybody. See you soon. Bye for now.